I hid out in the back of a junky car to have somewhere warm to sleep. I never expected a gruff mountain man to buy the whole heap of scrap metal, me included. Molly, the bearded mountain man in front of me growls my name softly. The way he says it makes me think it tastes sweet on his lips, which is a weird thought to have about him. He looks big and gruff and has wrinkles that drag his mouth down in a permanent scowl. Yet he's been gentle with me, gentle with his cat. I'm used to men that are calculating, that will say and do whatever they want to get you to trust them, only to plunge the knife deep into your back later. Everything about him might be an act. But the dark gray clouds above rumble out a warning. It doesn't matter if he's worse than my father and his friends, seeing as I don't have much choice. I can't stay in this car all day. As it was, I didn't mean to fall asleep in the back of the old clunker. "What's yours?" I ask, my voice coming out hoarse. I don't remember the last time I had a sip of water or a bathroom break. My legs are cramped, and I'm desperate to leave this trunk that reeks of burned rubber and wet carpet. "Trace," he answers. Princess purrs softly, as if confirming that the man can be trusted. She's a white cat with ice blue eyes under that floppy hat. Her coat is thick and healthy, even if she's covered in some type of lotion that smells like sunscreen. Her weight is normal. There are no signs of mistreatment that I can spot. That has to mean he's a kind man, right? Thunder cracks the skies again and lightning flashes, making my decision for me. "Is your place close?" I think it has to be if he just showed up with the cat. I try to remember how long he was gone, but I have a headache from not eating and I'm more than a little dizzy. When was the last time I had a meal? Had to have been a couple of days ago. He grunts, and I'm assuming that was an affirmation. He holds out his hand again, but he doesn't reach for me the way he did earlier. He's making it clear that I have a choice this time. I study his hand, unsure of why it feels like everything is about to change. It's a big, calloused hand. Burn scars dot the backs. The thought of him being injured makes my stomach feel funny. Finally, with a deep breath, I take his hand. Electricity dances along my skin, and it has nothing to do with the thick, humid air. I let him help me out of the trunk, stumbling on my feet since my legs are asleep from being cramped up for so long. His hands go around my hips for a brief second before he instantly drops them. I feel bereft without his touch, and I don't understand it. He looks away from me and points to a clearing in the trees. Princess sits at his feet and meows. He picks her up and holds her close to his chest. There's something about seeing him carry the cat in his big arms that makes me melt a little inside. I take a moment to get my bearings. We're in the middle of a forest, somewhere on a mountain. The air here smells fresh and clean, and the promise of rain hangs heavy. "Do you like it here?" I ask as I start walking beside him. He limps with every step he takes. I noticed it earlier too when he went to grab his cat. Sometimes when I get nervous, I start to babble. "I mean, of course you like it here. You live here. Most people like where they live, I guess. I never did, but maybe I would have if..." He stops walking so fast that I stumble on my feet again. I pause to right myself and crane my neck up to stare at him. He has sky blue eyes that look like the perfect summer day. One of those endless ones with no clouds in it and a cool breeze. "Are you in legal trouble?" He grunts out. I snort, which is clearly the wrong response. But my father kept me under lock and key my whole life. He'd promised I could go to college when I turned 19. Like everything else he said, it was a lie. He rubs his beard and studies me. The big mountain man seems just as curious about me as I am about him. But the difference is, while he has nothing to hide, there are a whole lot of things that I have to hide. At least I do if I hope to survive. "So, if I call the sheriff, there will be no warrants out for your arrest?" "No, you can't do that. The moment my identity is logged in an official report somewhere, my father will know. He'll send someone to retrieve me, and I'd rather die than go back." Trace looks up at the sky as if he's searching for something. No heavenly voice thunders back at him, telling him what to do with me. I expect him to tell me to go, that I'm too much trouble. The silence between us continues to stretch, and I'm desperate to fill it. I'm an excellent housekeeper. I can clean and cook and sew. All skills that would make me a good little wife, skills that were preparing me for a life that would be hell on earth. He grunts and begins limping back to his cabin. But he doesn't say I have to leave, so I figure that it's okay if I go with him. I'm no trouble, I promise. I'll just have a good meal and be on my way. I don't even need anything fancy. Not that I would object to a good lasagna right now. That's like the best comfort food there is. I mean, pasta and cheese. It just doesn't get better than... He stops walking again. Right. Maybe you just have some peanut butter sandwiches. Those are good too. He's frowning at me. I haven't even gotten to his cabin yet, and I've already overstayed my welcome. I'm not very good at this runaway stuff. I'll take anything you'd give me, and I'll be quiet too. That last part seems to satisfy him, and he nods as if we've come to some agreement. It figures I'd leave home only to run to another man who just wants me to be seen and not heard. Not that it matters. Clearly I'm not staying with him. I'm just crashing in his cabin for a couple of hours. Get some food, maybe use the toilet. I open my mouth to tell him that I'll be out of here soon when I spot the cabin. It's a real log cabin, right here in the middle of the forest. A puff of smoke is coming from the chimney and the windows are lit up with light from the inside. It looks like the place is welcoming me, and for some crazy reason, I feel like I've found home. Something in me aches at the realization. The porch is messy and cluttered, but not dirty. It just has various appliances stacked around, like the mountain man can't be bothered to go through it all. Why do you have so much stuff? Are you one of those people that digs through trash and finds priceless antiques and sells them? That would explain why you were buying that car. But there was nothing valuable inside of it, trust me. I know valuable things. I realize I'm talking again and shut up. He's already made it clear that he doesn't want me interrupting his peace and quiet. He steps inside the cabin. It's just as messy and cluttered as the outside. But as I survey it, I begin to see a pattern of tiny groupings. I think he's sorting the items, though it's hard for me to figure out exactly what they have in common. It all seems random to me. Maybe he's grouping it by how much money he can get for the things. Bathroom. He grunts and leads me down a small hall that's also cluttered with more things. The space is even smaller when I'm trailing after him. His shoulders are so big and broad. Everything about the man is, and for some reason, that makes me feel safe. Unlike the rest of the house, the bathroom isn't cluttered, and I use the toilet quickly. When I go to wash my hands, I frown at my reflection in the mirror. I'm covered in grime, and my long hair looks matted and wild. Not like the princess I'm supposed to be. There's a linen closet beside the huge glass shower stall. I debate taking a shower, but decide against it since I just have to put my dirty clothes back on again. So instead, I grab some washcloths and do my best to clean myself. I wash my face and braid my hair, fighting another wave of dizziness. I scrunch my toes in the beat-up sneakers I'm wearing that are too tight. As soon as I was out of New York, I stopped at a thrift store and ditched my designer outfit. No point in calling attention to myself. When I'm done, I search the bathroom. I'm looking for proof of a wife or girlfriend. The man may lack communication skills, but he's attractive in that rugged way. More than that, he's kind with big hands. I don't know what it is about them. I've never paid too much attention to anyone's hands. Before I can muse about that, there's a faint scratching sound at the door. I finally give up my stealthy search that has revealed nothing more than the fact that the guy owns a shampoo-conditioner body wash combo. Clearly, the man is not one for extravagance. Princess bumps into the door frame, then pauses and takes a step back. After a second, she strolls in and heads for the litter box. I leave to find my mountain man, wandering again through the piles of stuff. Maybe he's not one of those online sellers. Maybe he's a hoarder and the things comfort him. The thought that he's surrounded by things and not people makes me sad for him. Moving through the living room, I follow my nose. He's cooking something. Something that smells better than the gas station hot dog I had 3 days ago. He turns when he hears me in the kitchen and points to the stove, looking like a kid who just completed his first solo art project. Lasagna. I can't believe he really made me lasagna. Maybe I haven't annoyed him as much as he let on. Maybe he's just as kind as I thought. To listen to the full audiobook, go to shop.miabrody.com or click the link in the description. Happy reading!